City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotoura, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation. Good evening, Rotoura. Tonight on City News, 2-hour free parking in the inner city comes into effect on Monday. RDC offers a free event for volunteers as part of Volunteer Day celebrations. And the Bay Sevens champions team from Rotoura Boys High School are taking part in the National Secondary School Sevens competition. 2-hour free parking in the inner city comes into effect on Monday. Mayor Steve Chadwick says it's an exciting initiative which is designed to provide better parking options for shoppers, visitors, workers and inner city businesses as part of what we're doing to revitalise the heart of the city. As part of the campaign to launch Park Rotoura every weekday until Christmas, one lucky person parked in the free zone will receive a winning ticket and a prize. For more information on 2-hour free parking, you can visit rdc.govt.nz. A massive effort local volunteers make in the Rotorua community will be recognised at Volunteers Day next week. Volunteers Day is on Thursday the 5th of December from 9 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at the Parkside Community Centre. RDC Community Projects Officer Carol Parker says over 50 people have registered already to attend a free event, and she's encouraging other interested people from all areas of the volunteer sector to register now as spaces are limited.
We have an enormous amount of people that volunteer in this community and help make a lot of things happen, services and activities. So it's really important that we celebrate that. This is a national day, so we're celebrating on that day. And as part of that day, we will celebrate with them and also offer them an opportunity to come together to share their wisdom and their expertise on the 3 R's of volunteering, which is recruiting, retaining and retiring volunteers. Those are the three key things about volunteering that people need to know about.
And to register for Volunteers Day, contact Carol Parker at the Rotorua District Council. Waiariki Institute of Technology Communications Manager Craig Tiriana is encouraging locals who intend on studying at Waiariki next year to apply for one of the annual Rotorua Trust scholarships available in partnership with the Waiariki Institute of Technology. Mr Tiriana says students who are from Rotorua should apply for a scholarship. He says, however, they need to be fast as applications close tomorrow.
These are all for Rotorua residents because the charitable trust is all about Rotorua residents. We just really want to get that out to people because we think it's important. The trust the trust values its community, and they're giving that money because they value education into our community, and we want to see it given away really, and that's what it's all about.
The scholarship application forms and details can be found on rotoruatrust.org.nz and waiariki.ac.nz. And to sport now, Sport Bay of Plenty have announced the latest winners in their Sportmakers campaign. The Thank a Sportmaker campaign is part of a partnership with the Lotto Volunteer Foundation and Sport New Zealand. Rotorua Cricket Association's Mark Kearney, along with Luella Axon from Special Olympics Tauranga and Daryl Owen from the Eastern Bay of Plenty Gymnastics Club were the latest winners. They each receive a certificate of appreciation and a prize event jacket. And Rotorua Boys High School Sevens team is taking part in the BNZ Condor Sevens, the National Secondary Schools competition this weekend, and it's the championship. The boys' high team are the Bay of Plenty champions and join 42 other teams competing in the Sevens and in Auckland. We wish them all the very best. Go well, guys. And to your weather now, and the forecast for tonight is for fine weather, so that's good news, with westerlies, an overnight low of a fairly mild 12, and a reminder that our weekend weather roundup is coming up straight after City News, thanks to the Met Service. Still to come in tonight's program, we catch up with Budget Advisory Services and find out about their support for families this Christmas. We visit the Waiariki Charity House and find out about Sunday's auction with real estate agent Phil Hereford. And we have more on scholarships available at Waiariki for locals who are studying next year.
So Marama, we've just seen the beautiful donation from Lynn Moore. We're here at the Runanga and they are so prepared and so willing to help so many people. Can you tell me how this started?
Well, really, I came to Te Runanganui o Te Arawa looking to help out within the service, and I just met some fabulous people doing amazing work for the community, and these ladies over here are part of that group, and I could just see their heart for Rotoura and how they give, and I thought this is just such a great way to give back to our community, and I really was surprised at how many families out there are really going without, and people who are really genuinely struggling. And when you're at that ground level and you get to see that, you become very thankful for what you have. So when you're dealing with a school like Linmore, and they're just so forward-thinking, and we're very, very lucky to have such a great principal, Lorraine Taylor, who just really got behind this cause and said, absolutely go for it. This is fantastic. Let's give back, and it's about the children actually having the opportunity to give at Christmas.
Marama, can you tell me now what the future is going to hold for this program?
Well, I'm really hoping that it continues, and that we can contact other schools within the area. I think there's about 46 schools in Rotoura. So that's, if we're all working together and campaigning for this sort of thing at the end of the year, then hopefully everyone will have a much better Christmas.
Absolutely, we share the love, don't we? Share the love. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best. As I said, City News are going to team up with you, so we're going to be watching to see who is the businesses in town that follow Capers' lead. And sorry, what was the other business?
We have Bidfest, yes, and we also have the meat shop in Tūtanakai.
Wonderful. So 3 businesses that have led the way, Rotoura, and we hope that you will join City News and you will join the Runanga and also follow the wonderful example and start being part of the chain reaction. See you after the break.
Well, this weekend is the Wairiki Charity House Auction, and here at TV Rotoura we've been tracking the house right from day one when it was first built, and Todd McClay and then Mayor Kevin Winters bashed in the survey pegs. But with me today is Professionals Manager and one of the men behind the scenes, Phil Helford. Thanks for joining us today, Phil. Now, like I mentioned, this house is almost finished, and we've got a couple of builders here just finishing off a few things. But the auction's this weekend, so a big day for Professionals and Wairiki.
It will be a big day, and hopefully it's going to be a successful day. 1 o'clock on the Sunday. We have had good interest over the 4 weeks that we've been marketing the property. We've had good turnout at most of our open homes. We've had good inquiry off the internet and also from print media advertising as well.
Now, would this be like a traditional sale for you guys, considering that it is for auction and it is for charity, and it's here in the middle of Placemakers, so it's a little bit different for you guys? So
no, we auctioning a property in the conventional sense. Yes, we do that on a regular basis, like all the companies do in town. With something like this, you're not actually talking about land and legal titles, you're just talking about a chattel. It's up here for transportation. And in essence, it's like a lot of the charity auctions that we do, be it at a golf club or for hospice or child cancer or something along those lines, yeah.
Now, like I mentioned, it's almost finished, so what sort of things are these guys just finishing off before you actually go to sale on auction day?
There's a little bit of finishing off work in the kitchen area. The hobs have got to go in, the bench tops have got to go on. Dishwashers going in place. There's a few extras that have also been included, like microwave, fridge, freezer, that type of thing, but those won't just, they'll have to be transported separately to wherever it ultimately goes to, ends up.
So on auction day, what sort of buyer are you looking for? Is this a family home, or what sort of people would be interested in property like this?
We've had inquiry across quite a wide range. We've had inquiry
It's a bit squeaky, isn't it?
across quite a wide range. We've got farmers in the area, in the district, that are looking at supplementary housing on their farms for staff and the likes. We've also got people with land in the likes of Papamoa, Ahobi Beach, those sort of areas where it can be possibly set up as a holiday home. We also have investors as well that have already got land banking. We have a client that's showing some interest from out of Rotoura at the moment, and he's just looking at to relocate it as an investment property. So it covers the full spectrum.
So once it's been sold and the hammer goes down, what happens with the money? Obviously it goes into the Rotoura community, but is there any specific organisations that will benefit from this?
No, they haven't been specified as yet. Okay, so Wairiki has got costs that do have to be met and covered. Not everything is 100% donated for this project, so all those costs have to be covered. All the surplus will go to charity, and that is yet to be determined by the Rotoura Sunset Charitable Trust that has been specifically set up to hold the funds, and then people will apply from those various charities requesting contributions from there, if you like.
Now, this is the first time the professionals have teamed up with Wairiki. Is this something that you guys would like to continue into the future?
Yeah, it was actually at a Chamber of Commerce Business After 5 when this was first floated up at Wairiki about 12 months ago, but more actually, probably 15 months ago. And the concept was floated. I happened to be at that particular event, and I just saw that as a good opportunity for us to get on board, do some more for the community, help out. We're happy to run at no cost, and hopefully they will just assist in the funds flowing out there.
Yeah, of course. Now, probably the big question that some of our viewers might want to know, is there a sort of a price range you can expect to sell at, or have you even set a reserve yet?
There's always a price range, and you'll never get that out of a real estate agent when a property's up for auction. We have got feedback. I'm not going to disclose that feedback. I can tell you right now the reserve hasn't been set, but by about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon the reserve will be set. Yep. But ultimately that is the decision of Wairiki and at what level they want to set that at, and I will be encouraging them to take an extremely realistic approach, because if they're too optimistic, the property may be sitting here on the Monday, and we don't want that. We'd like to see it sell under the hammer.
Yeah. Now, if it does sell under the hammer, when it does sell under the hammer, how long has the owner or the new purchaser got to get this out of placemakers?
On the conditions of sale, it actually says by the 22nd of January, but we've realised that this is probably going to cut things a little bit fine with getting resource consents and all the other requirements from whatever territorial authority that it's going to, whether it be Taupo, Tauranga or whatever. So we've spoken to placemakers, we've also spoken to Wairiki, and there's a bit of slack there that can take us out till about the end of February, 24th, 26th of February. Cool. So, yeah, you've got about 2.5, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months to remove it off site.
Now, before we get out of here, Phil, one of the things I'd just like to repeat for our viewers, what time's the auction and where do they need to go? Okay, the auction is going to be on site, right here where we are. We'll probably conduct it outside, weather permitting, and it'll be at 1 p.m. on Sunday the 1st of December. Right. And it's going to sell. This Sunday. Awesome. Appreciate your time. Thank you, Phil. You're welcome. See you later on.
I'm at Wairiki and I am with Craig Tiriana. He has got some fantastic news for people. We want you to know immediately. We want them to know very soon, today, because it's good news. Craig, what is it?
This year with the Rotoura Energy Charitable Trust, we've got some more scholarships on offer. We've always had them in the past, but this year we've bumped them up slightly. Well, the Trust has bumped them up slightly, and we now have 14 on offer across 3 groups, really. And we've never really done that in the past. They've just been offered at one level. But this year we've got 3 groups coinciding with the new postgraduate studies that we're now going to be involved with from later this year, and that's postgraduate studies and certificates and diplomas and a Masters of Management. There's 2 scholarships available in that area at $2,500 each. These are all for Rotoura residents, because the charitable trust is all about Rotoura residents. So, and then in the middle we've got people studying at undergraduate level, they call it, but that's people who are studying certificates and diplomas, generally diplomas. There's 8 scholarships at $1,500 at that level. And then we've got this, what I think is a really exciting development for our region. It's called Career Enhancement Scholarship, and that's open to people over the age of 26 who have maybe taken stock of their lives and want to move on to something else. Maybe they left school early and they would now want to get back into tertiary education and enhance basically the rest of their lives. And there's 4 available there at $2,000. So we just really want to get that out to people, because we think it's important. The Trust thinks, well, the Trust values its community, and they're giving that money because they value education into our community, and we want to see it given away, really, and that's what it's all about. It's pretty simple to apply. You could ring us on our 0800 number, which I'll remember in a minute, but...
0800 Waiariki?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm trying to remember the numerals. But 0800 Waiariki will get through to us, or come into our new information centre that we've got up here for the students. And also in town we've got our student information centre just by Zippy's Cafe. So people can find information there, or just go straight onto our website, www.waiariki.ac.nz, and search under scholarships and grants, and that'll give you some more information.
Now, Waiariki is really growing, isn't it? And is this a sign of its development?
Yeah, it is, and I think particularly in our, we now have a range of courses from, entry level right up to the postgraduate and master's levels, which is hugely significant for us. I mean, tonight they're launching the postgraduate course officially, which is a big step for us. That's something that's been in the wings for a little while, but they've moved on it this year, and it's all part of the government's initiative to probably get more Kiwis with higher qualifications. In our region here, a lot of what we've been connected to, and we still need to be, and it's a big part of our business, is helping people graduate through to those early levels of tertiary education, because some of our children are leaving school with not all of the right qualifications from secondary, so it's helping those people that maybe want to come through a tertiary training, and that's really been part of the progress. The Institute has, during the last 6 years, come a long way with success and qualification rates. We're one of the fastest improving in New Zealand in our sector, so we're really proud of that, and that goes a lot of the the work that's done here and the community need, really, because we try and offer programs that the community needs. So we're constantly talking to stakeholders and asking them, what are the qualifications you want to put out there? What do you think you might need in the future? Just this year we hosted 2 big hui, one in geothermal and one in forestry with iwi groups, and they were really well attended. Hundreds of people came each occasion. So those are sort of natural parts of our landscape around here, and we've got to find ways to help create the workforce to support those things.
And speaking of workforce, let's talk economy of the city, Waiariki's relationship and connection to the success of Rotorua, because as Waiariki grows, we have more people coming in, we have more renters, we have more people at the supermarkets, we've got more jobs. So what are you doing with the new council, to work on that?
The new council, we're involved with obviously the heart of the city approach. We've got a project going on the year which we should be able to unveil properly in the next few weeks.
On TV Rotorua?
Oh yeah, well that's the way, yeah. And we're looking at helping beautify some of that. We've got some really amazing, talented art students and things like that, and there's a possibility of them helping to make the community look a little bit better in town and filling up some of that space. We've also, the new council is quite exciting, and with our chief executive and their chief executive talk, that they've mentioned us in the importance in the city. And I mean, if we're not connected to the council in some way, we would lose one of those important stakeholders as we create the future.
And are you excited about the new council? There is a lot of excitement about them and the hope, and what do you think?
Oh, personally, I think it's really exciting that we've got a new council. I mean, the former council did a very strong job over many years, and to have someone coming in with a different sort of passion and direction is quite exciting, as they've unveiled in the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks. So, I think
good stuff ahead.
Yeah, and I think we need to sort of be connected to that, and we are very much with our community presence, and it's how that unveils over the years. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Craig, thank you for your time. We just want to remind everybody that you want to get those scholarship applications in. Craig talked about enhancing your life with a qualification, and I can definitely say that after coming out to Waiariki to get my bicultural diploma in journalism, my life has been enhanced. So I vouch for it, and I encourage anybody out there, whether you are just leaving school or whether you are an old person wanting to do something young and fresh and new, then most definitely 0800 Waiariki, or check them out on the web.
And to apply for a Rotorua Trust scholarship for next year, visit rotoruatrust.org.nz. And remember, if your organisation or community group has a news event that TV Rotorua can support, you can call the channel and talk with one of our team on 07 34 88 984, or of course email us at news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching and having us at your place. Have a safe weekend. Pomaria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.